I'm too sexy for this girl, too sexy for your girl, too sexy for this world, too sexy for this ice, too sexy for that jack.
Hello, I'm Darshan,
I'm Eric.
And I'm Masih.
and you're listening to the DEM podcast. On today's episode, we're going to discuss which level of government should be responsible for cybersecurity. Let's get this episode started off with Eric.
So most Americans have heard about cybersecurity and how impactful it is in our country nowadays. Well, my thought is that the federal government should be the one in charge of that and providing services to the citizens. I say that because under the United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4, it states, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion. The key part of that article is that the United States guarantees to every state in the country protection, and cybersecurity is basically the protection from hackers infiltrating important information from our country and our citizens. Another reason why it should be taken under the federal government control is because in Article 2 of the United States Constitution, it explains the responsibilities of the president. And, well, the president is responsible for appointing people in the executive departments. And since one of the first departments of the executive cabinet was defense, it should fall under there. And with that being said, we also have an executive department known as the Department of Homeland Security. And the department creates agencies. And one of the key agencies is Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency. That is under the Department of Homeland Security.
Let's take a moment in our podcast and enjoy this. I don't even know what to call this, but let's call it a meme break. Everybody in these videos are fine. Don't worry. But that might not be the whole story. I have done some grueling research and I think that Eric has it all wrong. I believe the state government should be responsible for the cybersecurity of citizens. The Second Amendment of the Constitution states a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This means that the establishment of a militia is prohibited in order to protect the security of a free state. In our modern era, the threat of cyber attacks has increased exponentially, threatening the privacy and security of all citizens across many states. Because of the Second Amendment, state governments could set up an institution of cybersecurity, which would defend the state's technological infrastructure and the security and privacy of the state citizens from cyber attacks. These institutions would almost act as a digital militia. Also, the Constitution does not state which level of government will be responsible for the cybersecurity of citizens within the articles or amendments. According to the 10th Amendment of the Constitution, which states that the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people. Therefore, the responsibility of cybersecurity should fall to the state governments.
Now, you've all had a chance to hear both sides of the story. Should the national government or state government decide on the issue of cybersecurity? Eric believes that the federal government should be in charge of cybersecurity, and his reasoning being Article 4. Article 4 states that the federal government will protect every state against the threat of invasion, and cybersecurity being the protection against hackers infiltrating the privacy and important information of citizens. Masih, on the other hand, believes that the state should be in charge of cybersecurity because in the Constitution it does not state which level of government is responsible for the cybersecurity of the citizens. And he refers to the Second Amendment, which states the establishment of a militia is prohibited in order to protect the security of a free state, in order to support the establishment of digital militias. In conclusion, we still remain divided as to which level of government has responsibility of cybersecurity. We would like to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. That just about wraps it up for us here at the DEM podcast. And on today's episode, we learned about the definition of cybersecurity and the reasoning for why the state or federal government should be responsible for cybersecurity. Thanks for joining us today. Signing off for the DEM podcast, I'm Darshan.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Masih. We will never see you again. We ran out of funding. That was the last episode.